Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to make a video about 3 stories of resilience connected to Hampstead Heath in North London. There is over 150 years of history of inspirational people doing their best to create and then preserve Hampstead Heath for the people, for the country. And they're trying to preserve it, especially against, money bags and fat cats. And that's been the story over this entire period of, people trying to make a profit, people trying to, take the Heath away from the people to carve up our public space for their own profit. That's gone on for the entirety of the history of Hampstead Heath as a public space. So the City of London Corporation took over management of the Heath in 1989, and from then until today people have had to continue to protest and continue to campaign against the City of Corporation, to stop them eroding and charging us for our experience of wanting to be connected and included in experiencing nature. So here are 3 of those stories. As I said, 3 stories of resilience. So part of the inspiration for doing this was I found some video the other day from 2019 when me and my daughter were walking over the park. We could hear some bagpipes. We walked over and we could see a man in the bandstand playing the bagpipes. Immediately I knew who he was because my dad had told me about him, and when my dad used to go to the park years ago, in the morning, and he could hear him playing, and then he was told he wasn't allowed to play there. And again, this was David Brooks. So David Brooks passed away in 2020 from a heart attack, unfortunately. Just an absolutely fascinating man, musician, bagpipe player. The Camden New Journal, Islington Gazette, Ham and High, all wrote about him. So he had been playing over the Heath in the morning. The City of London took over in 1989. 1990, they took him to court, said he wasn't allowed to play the bagpipes, and he didn't give up. And then there was an arrangement that for the following, a couple of, decades or so, he was going to be able to play at the bandstand twice a week. And you can see in the photo here, this is what I remember my dad saying about, he didn't see him, he could hear him in the mist. So just wonderful, really. Even in Scotland, I think the prosecution was on the 29th of July. The Glasgow Herald, had an article about him. Again, just it didn't stop him. He was going to continue. Even though the City of London, it's they don't want people making noise. the tradition of these ponds, wild swimming, has gone back 200 years, and it's that 100 years to the day since they opened the ladies' pond. Unfortunately, now you're paying to, because the City of London are trying to manage things, and restrict people's freedoms. And then we have the cafe closures. So over Parliament Hill, there's a wonderful cafe that's been run by the same family for well over 40 years. Do fantastic food. People just go there and have a coffee though, but just a very nice, simple layout, but the food's great, and it's being taken over by, the leases are up as far as the City of London Corporation concerned, and they're going to hand over the control of the cafes, which are at Parliament Hill here, next door, Parliament Hill Lido, where there's another local man whose children have gone to the local school here. There's one in Queen's Park, Gold Hill Park, and they're all being taken over by a boutique chain. So this is the decisions that have been made by the City of London Corporation, that they're not going to allow these cafes to continue. Instead, we're having a boutique chain takeover. This happened previously, and the company pulled out that the corporation handed over to, because people were so no one was going to go there. So good luck to Daisy Green. I'm not going there. It's an absolute joke. So all of these cafes in the park are being handed over to a chain. So anyway, there's over 20,000, a petition of over 20,000. And so it's corporate control of Hampstead Heath. So it's for the best reasons, but whose best reasons? Not the best reasons of people like myself, or people who go there much more regularly than I do. It's just price rises. For why? Why do we have a price rise? Why? Everything is like, let's tidy up. So as far as the corporation concerned, there's some playing bagpipes on the heath. We need to scoop them out of there. We can't have people making noise in the park, in the heath. Sorry, we can't have anyone making any noise on the rolling hills of Hampstead Heath. Let's sweep them up and tell them to go somewhere else. It's all a bit messy. People are swimming in the ponds. They've been doing it for 200 years. Well, not anymore. We're going to put gates up. We're going to double the price. We're going to restrict entrance, and we manage it. We have control over it, you know. And then again, finally, the cafes. We got it's all too messy. Let's have one chain that we have the power to hand it over to, and the four cafes that are being really feel like community run. Let's get rid of them, and it's corporate. It's corporate. So it's corporate control of Hampstead Heath.